He was pierced for our transgressions, crushed for our iniquities. The chastisement, the punishment was upon him that brought us peace. By his wounds we are healed. Like sheep we have all gone astray. We have all turned to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Like a lamb led to the slaughter, so he was silent. But the Lord says he will prolong his days. This is after he crushed him and made his soul a guilt offering.
Wow.
So how will his days be prolonged after he was cut off from the land of the living?
That's good.
He's alive.
Oh my goodness.
And then it says he will see his seed, i.e. meaning he will see those who followed him in his footsteps, the disciples. This is 700 years before he's born. Zechariah chapter 12 verse 10. I would place on the house of Israel and the inhabitants of Judah a spirit of grace and pleas for mercy. For when they see me, whom they have pierced, and this is Yahweh speaking, Jehovah speaking, they will mourn because they will recognize this is the Lord of glory when we didn't recognize him. Pleading for grace and mercy. Prophecy, all connecting. Let's go back to the Torah, Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. He says to the serpent, I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. Now, last time I checked Ezekiel, women don't have seed. Men have seed. But there was one woman who had her own seed.
Come on, man.
That was Mary. And he says, I will put enmity between your seed and her seed, and he will crush your head, and you will bruise his heel. With the story of Adam and Eve, we have the coming of the Messiah predicted, and his suffering predicted, and his victory predicted. The historicity of the resurrection of Christ and the prophecy, the connecting continuity, the thread, has demonstrated that God truly put his fingerprint on this. This is why God says in Isaiah to the false gods, he says, tell their gods to tell the end from the beginning. Call it before it happens like I do. If they're truly gods. They have mouths. Can they speak? They have ears. Can they hear? Do it. Let me see. God has given us revelation. That's why I and you and everybody else watching this can be sure with certainty, without shadow of a doubt, that Jesus is the truth. The historicity and the evidence behind the resurrection of Jesus is irrefutable. The